And there. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Auntie. Y'all want some of this? Hey, everybody. Y'all want some of this? Look. When I was 12 years old, bring out my quartet roots. My mother was taking me home. She was mad at God because her husband, my stepfather Ray, died at 32 years old with colon cancer. So she stopped going to church for 2 years, but one day she said, Freddie, we're going to go back to church. Because you need to know the Lord and the pardon of your sins. You're 11 years old. And it's time for you to get yourself together. Because one day the Lord is coming back. Hey. And I said, Ma, what's the rapture? Good morning, she said, that's when the Lord is going to come back. He's going to take everybody that loves him and know him. Freddie, our sins put Jesus on the cross. And I know nothing about all that. And she talked to me, she said, well, next Sunday we're going. I went into the house and I was pricked in my heart at 11 years old. So I went and found the most holy place in my house that I knew, that I saw, that I witnessed, which was my mother's bedroom. I kneeled down beside that bed. And if you knew anything about Mama, you don't go in her bedroom. And I kneeled down on that bed. And I started crying at 11. And I said, I'm sorry, Jesus. I didn't know I nailed you to the cross. And I'm sorry, Jesus. I didn't know I pierced your side. And I'm sorry, Jesus. I didn't know I nailed your feet. I didn't know I did this to you. But let the blood flow down. Let the blood flow down. Let the blood flow down on me. Because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just a That's my story. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody, hey, good morning about somebody that can save your soul, huh? That's Fred Hammond. I'm just a nobody. Music homework. Okay. Joy. Joy. It's been on repeat. Do you hear me? I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody I can about this person that can save your soul, honey. That's all. That's it. That's all I'm here for. Everything else extra. You said what? You said, huh? Hey, sister. So that's our good morning, James. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dopest Taurus, Rika, everybody I miss. Hey, y'all. Did y'all enjoy having a day off of school yesterday? Oh, don't do that. I did. Shampoo my hair. I didn't really I put a little conditioner in, but I didn't do a deep conditioner. That's okay. Sometimes you can't get to certain stuff. Did some laundry. Hola, you said sorry. I mean, good morning. You all right? I ain't seen it. Whatever it was that you said. I love you. You always. I'm going to sleep now. Have a good day. I love you. Have a good sleep. Make sure you pray before you go to sleep. Good morning, everybody. Did y'all do your homework? We're not going to talk about that right now. We about to talk about something else. Don't be mad at me. Y'all did all that reading, about 30 pages. You said yesterday I actually had a very productive day and I was proud of myself. Good job. Good job.
So the Lord took me down a rabbit hole this morning. Did some school shopping yesterday. Okay. Hey. And we're not going to go down the rabbit hole over here, but I'm going to alert people to the fact that we're having class on YouTube and Substack because I already know how they be playing over here. And I want y'all to know what I found. And it's in reference, well, it goes along with what we studied the other day and what I asked y'all to study and what I know if you did the homework made your eyebrows go all the way up looking like George Jefferson. So uh yeah, we gonna stay over here for about maybe 30 minutes or so, and then we gonna get to class. It's I The way that God blows my mind sometimes is I don't have words for it. I don't have words, but I be like, but he'll take me one place, say one word, and I get 2-3 pages full of information off of one word. And it happened this morning. And so for the last 2.5 hours, 3 hours, I've been in my study space. Y'all know the bathroom. And yeah, writing and reading and reading and writing, screenshotting and what. So we're gonna have we're over here now, but I'm just coming on. Hey, Pumpkin, I'm just coming on here to tell y'all that we're gonna be on Substack because I know folks be wanting to get in class, but this class we won't be able to do over here because they'll start giving me all them little red things and stuff, and I don't want that. I want to be able to teach without being interrupted. So if y'all want to come to class, you're either gonna need to come to YouTube, CERCATROVA22.com. I mean not .com. We don't have that email anymore. I mean that website. CERCATROVA22 on YouTube or CERCATROVA22 on Substack. That's information you can look up online. You said, where am I going? CERCA, CERCA. I'm on both of them. Okay. So, if you want to get in class, you're either going to need to go to YouTube, CERCA TROVA 22, CERCA, or Substack, because we're not going to have, good afternoon, we're not going to have class over here. I just wanted to tell y'all about the class so y'all know what's going on. I need to clean my desk off. At least this room ain't crazy, because this room gets to where you can't even walk. It be so many books and stuff on the floor. Lord, I do need to put these books back from the other day, though. Some of them ain't been put back, but that'll do. It's all right. It's okay. It's a study space. It's supposed to be a little junky. Hey, hey. So, I'm alerting our TikTok folks that cooking breakfast for the grandkids. Okay. Um. Yes. Hey. So we got about 10 minutes over here, and then we're gonna go to YouTube and Substack. So, because they don't let us have the classes we be wanting to have over here. And so I'm tired of fighting with them. That's why we don't be over here, but we calling to let y'all know that where we about to be, like in the old days when you drive by and it's a bike, all the bikes in the yard. That's what we trying to tell y'all about, where we about to be. You said, hello, Circa, right after you talked about a sinkhole. We had a sinkhole here in Baltimore. We on day 7,600. Nah, we ain't on that many days, but we passed 1,000 days. Don't it happen every day? Just about, at least once a week. But more than that, we know for sure. We'll talk about something and be in, hey, Nixie Poo, and then it be on the news and stuff. So let's do it. We're gonna start class over here and then we're gonna finish it over there because I already know how they about to play. So let's do it. Y'all wanna go in the rabbit hole, jump down, get in your position to jump, okay? Get your backpack on, whatever you gonna need. The bus, let me open the bus doors. Hold on. No, I don't wanna, oh, I can do it over here. I don't wanna lose my playlist. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Come on. You said laugh out loud. Let's go. Listen, my knee might not make it. Girl, quit playing. I already brought my brace. I'm about to put it on. Literally. Yeah. Don't worry about it. We're right there together. Yeah, I have my brace. It's just sitting here. I just haven't got a chance to because I'm trying to wait till y'all get on the bus and then I'm going to put it on. Yeah, brought it in here today. Yes, this one right here is cutting up. Don't even worry about it. Okay. Don't even worry about it. The doors is open. Get on the bus. Find your seat. Come on, Rika. Get on the bus. Find your seat. That's the sound of the doors opening to the bus. Let's go. Hurry and get in your seat. Put your seatbelt on if you needed to get your snack out or whatever you're gonna need. Hey, thank you. Thank you. So look. All right. I'm just gonna give y'all a piece over here. I'm not staying over here. You need to get Substack or you need to go to YouTube, CERCA TROVA 22, because we're not doing this whole class over here because they gonna play. So I'm about to give y'all a little seed, and then if you want to grow it and water it, you're going to have to come because we're going to be off of here in about 15 minutes, 15 minutes. So do me a favor. Let me get my papers together. In whatever city you live in, don't tell me the city you live in. I need you to find a magnet school. Oh, yeah. Thank you, sister. Time and date. Good job. You already know what it is. Time and date. On the top of your paper, I need you to write forces. Okay? On the top of your paper, I need you to write forces. And then under forces, I need you to write the name of a magnet school in your city. You do not have to put it here. I need you to put it on the paper. I don't care the name. It don't matter. I just want you to write down the name of a magnet school on your paper, please. You said, hold on, I'm here. Come on. All right. Time and date, of course. When I tell y'all he bust my head to the white meat, I said, man, one word. One freaking word. I said, wow, that's interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. More interesting. Listen, I said, oh. You said, oh, my toes wiggling already. Come on. Come on in then. Hey. So I need you to write your time and date. I need you to write forces at the top, and then I need you to find a magnet school and write the name of it. Thank you. And write the name of it on your paper, right under forces. Okay? Okay? Once you've done it, just raise your hand so I know. Turn your paper over so nobody can cheat. I'm joking, but y'all know. Once you find one, let me put this brace on before I being buckled in front of y'all. And y'all like the screenshot stuff, so no. You got it. A penis. That's what I got under here. You want one? Okay. You might not want to talk to people like that you don't know. If I ask you, is your prostate okay? Would you be angry? When's the last time you had a finger up your rectum, sir? Have you got your prostate checked or? And no, I don't have no penis. Y'all know that. But don't come asking me what's under my robe. Listen, what is your social security number? Ugh. Bet you that got him on out of here, didn't it? Got you right on that. Whoa! Oh, okay. Already, girl, we ain't even been in here no time. Okay, so on your paper, I need you to write forces. Lord, forgive me. You said, see, this the info about to be good because someone always start with her. When I tell you God bust my head to the white meat, y'all. Get ready to have your mind blown. Because when I tell you things are deeper than what we could even imagine, y'all. Okay, so you got your magnet school written down? You got it written down? Okay. I need you to tell me what that school specializes in. Thank you. Oh, that's cute. Thank you. Tell me what that school specializes in. You say yes, ma'am. And the fact that I was in the mind of selecting school courses yesterday, I'm ready. Math, science, and technology, the one you looked up. Math and science. Thank you. Math and health, science, and engineering. Interesting. Come on in. Oh, come on in. Technology. Visual and performing arts, STEM, health and science, science and math. Science, technology, engineering, and math. Hey, Tasia. STEM. Okay, excuse me. Math, science, and technology. Oh, okay. Cool. You said pre-law and public affairs. Interesting. So all of the magnet schools, you said medicine, computer science, engineering, and life sciences. Okay. Y'all ain't find no magnet schools over here? Technology and engineering. Okay. So the magnet schools that you all found, most of them are centered around technology, math, science, and engineering. He said, I looked up a school my niece is going to. We don't have a magnet school. It's okay. It's okay. Design and technology. Good. Technology and engineering. Okay. Are you ready to write? Because this class is a lot of screenshotting and a lot of writing. Are you ready? Only a part of it is going to be over here. Girl, Keish. Okay. So, I need you to write down all the... Okay. So, I'm not going to tell y'all the name of the school I went to. but it was in the 80s. It was Open Magnet School, and then there was a name in front of it, right? So I went to blank Open Magnet School. Okay, so I need you to write down open, leave some space, magnet, leave some space, school, and leave some space. And I need you to first define open. So everybody, and it's a whole bunch of definitions of open. I need for you to give me the definitions, and there's several, I know, because I screenshotted and wrote down a whole bunch of them. I need y'all to give me the definitions of open. All of them. Please. Mind blowing. We going down a real rabbit hole today. Having no protection or cover. My daughter graduated from a magnet school. Ooh, Niqua, come on in. All the schools I went to were magnets, okay? All of them. My elementary, my junior high school, and my high school. Come on in. Something that lacks a barrier is accessible or is unfastened. Something that is not shut, blocked, sealed, allowing access, passage, or view. Something that has not closed, blocked, fastened, affording access or passage, having gaps. What? Okay. Not shut, fastened, or blocked. Something that is not shut, blocked, sealed, allowing access, passage, or views. Y'all got that? Now, y'all can screenshot, but I do want you to write down something under there and then go back and fill in all of what you, because we're not going to do it all today because we won't never get to the end of it. Open means being in a position or adjustment to permit passage. Interesting. Verb, move, adjust, or uncover something to permit entry. All right. Free from legal or discriminatory restrictions. Got it. Okay. Magnet. Removal of a barrier, unsettled, unguarded, or unprotected. Ooh, I hope y'all, is it charging up? Good job. I know it is over here because this is what kind of school we got. All right. Okay. Magnet. Please define it for me. What does the word magnet mean? Allowing access, passive, you said allowing access, passage, or a view. Hey. Hola. What is magnet? So we got open, means unprotected, unsealed. Ooh. Hey, stranger, you still cooking? Because you know, a nigga be hungry sometimes. You'll meet me halfway with a plate. I'm just playing. I'm joking. I'll be watching your food still, though. You said a magnet is an object or material that produces an invisible magnetic field. I'll be watching all your caterers and stuff. I seen your stripping Chris just from the other day. I didn't quit. I'm going to watch some food now. You do an amazing job. All right. A person or a thing that has powerful attraction. You said a person, a place, or object, or a situation that exerts attraction. A magnet is an object or material that produces an invisible, keyword, magnetic field. This field exerts a force that attracts certain metals like iron, nickel, and cobalt, and either attracts or repels other magnets. All right. Last word. School. It's the definition of school. Hey. Any material that produces magnetic field and attracts specific metals. Interesting. Interesting. My toes. What's the definition of school? Y'all. I tell you, bust my head to the white. meat to the palest of the white. Hello. An institution designed to provide education, instruction, and learning. Can you read those definitions backwards and tell me what you see? A school of attracting energy without a barrier. A school of attracting energy without a barrier. Right? Is that what you see, or am I tripping? We not even close. Come on in. Now, look up the first name of the school and tell me what it means. Is it named after a person? What are they known for? The like. Go ahead. Don't tell me the name of the school, but look at the name of the school. Something magnet blah 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 blah. Look up the name of the school. The name, the first name in the school. Look it up and tell me what it means. When I say he will bust your head to the white meat, we ain't even scratched the surface. Just come on in, though. I want you to see something. I need to get, oh, let me use this. Yours is called Kings. You said Fusion Academy, the process of combining two light atomic nuclei into a single heavier nucleus. Oh, that's good. Did you hear that? Listen now. Fusion Academy, the process of combining two light atomic nuclei into a singular, heavier nucleus. Yours is a specialized military structure designed to be easily defended against enemy attacks. Ooh, I hope y'all writing this down, honey. I hope you are writing this down. Open Magnet School, School of Attracting Energy without a barrier. And so if I were to read your school, it would be the School of Attracting Fusion Energy, or energy without a protection, the process of combining two light atomic nuclei into a singular and heavier nucleus. Would that make sense? You cannot have a barrier if you want to join two nuclei. You can't. If there's a barrier, they won't join. Interesting. Yours, you said Canton preparatory. Okay, but what's the meaning of Canton? The greater the mass of an object, the greater the attraction, right? You said okay, but what's the definition, y'all, of the name? Oakwood, a type of tree popularly used for okay. Strange fruit. Interesting. An academy, a place of study, or training in a special field. Interesting. That's the first word of your school, of your magnet school, academy. Is it the academy of? And then that would be the name that we're looking for. Hey, leader or warrior. Interesting. What y'all got over here? I said that. Bear, to accept, endure, especially without succumbing. Put up with. Interesting. Are y'all seeing a pattern? canto means common. You said most commonly refers to a small territorial or political subdivision of a country. Good. Son of the fair hero, our son of the white warrior. That's what your magnet school means? Interesting. Makil, son of the servant. This name was often given to individuals who were servants of the church or who displayed a deep religious devotion. Travis, a bridge crossing or transition. Ooh, is y'all seeing something? Who see it? The Academy of Health and Science. Interesting. Gwinnett primarily means from Gwynedd, a historical region or medieval kingdom in northeast Wales. Hey, sister, a hut or group of huts for housing workers. Rancho, a housing. Interesting. Lawton, settlement on a hill. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Y'all picking up on something? Is you picking it up? Is your toes wiggling yet? There were a few definitions. You said, and I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness, girl. Just wait till we get over here. Just wait. Because there's more. You said Arapaho refers to the, how you say that? Algonquian speaking indigenous people of the North American Great Plains in their native language. Girl, you know I don't know. An urban light or railway system that runs wholly or partially underground. Here I thought it was an animal bear, but now I'm not so sure anymore. Interesting. Yours means son of D. You said Arapaho. Oh, I like that. Arapaho. A rapper whore. What? Well, now why would they put that in the name of a school? Never mind. You know what? Really? That's the name of a school? Arapaho? Interesting. A girl, that is a funny. Interesting. Is it a school of music and a street? Hilarious. Northeast compass direction, half between north and east, 45 degrees, specialized in biomedical health and science programs. I need you to, let me screenshot that, and I'm about to tell you why that's relevant. We just gonna keep on going. Oh, Dickinson. Okay. Classical music. Girl, quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. What? Girl. You said a small freestanding room, cabin, or outbuilding typically placed on a property to provide extra sleeping space without the cost of a main house addition. A secret place. Magic City Acceptance Academy. Magic means the use of charms and spells believed to be supernatural power over natural forces. OMG. Why would they name a school that? Tell me. Are y'all getting it? Who picked it up? Put a basket and then eggs and seeds if you pick that up. Do they have a emoji for seeds and eggs in a basket? Because that's what I need you to put up here if you picked up what the Lord is putting down real quick. Oh, just wait. There's more. Oh, okay. There is so much more. Ooh. Girl. Y'all ready? This how much writing I got. I can't show you the whole thing, but that's how much writing I got. Did a lot. This whole 2 pages is full. And I done had to write in little bitty spaces because when I say he blew my mind this morning, blew my mind. Mori is forest, woods. Kami is upper, above, God, or deity. Why would they name a school something that means woods when we know there's forest spirits? Upper, we know there's spirits, and then gods and deities, and they named it. Oh, y'all getting it? I hope you're getting this, Ellington. I hope y'all are getting this. Mind blowing how they've been playing in our face. You ready? Y'all ready to go? Okay, come on. Okay. I took a lot of screenshots, so bear with me. Okay. All right. So I was in the GATE program growing up. We talked about this, right? A lot of people in the 80s and 90s were in the GATE program where they pulled you out of your class and they gave you specific tasks to do. Remember I told y'all the school that I went to, every year the fifth graders got to go on a scavenger hunt as the last day. We spent the night at school. They would give us all of these different cue cards and stuff, and we had to go around the neighborhood to different people's houses knocking on the door, and the parents, you know, they participated, but it was a scavenger hunt, and they gave us like an eye, a this and a that, and you would have to go around to the people's houses in the neighborhood. It was groups of us, I think of like 5, and we would have to, I mean, and this went on for hours. We had a teacher with us, but it went on until like 8, 9 o'clock at night, from like 4 5 maybe, and it didn't start until it got dark. Okay, and we had to go on this scavenger hunt around the neighborhood, and they gave us these cards. Okay, it was the 70s for you. Okay, they gave us these cards. Then we would go back, have a pizza thing, and then everybody slept in the library. We would get up, wash up, and go home. Okay, when you was in the 5th grade. Okay, that's what they did. Now look at this. I said, God, the way you be moving is crazy. Okay. It says the GATE, the Gifted and Talented Education Program in the 1980s and 1990s, was an accelerated curriculum in the U.S. public schools for high achieving students. Kids took specialized tests for early identification, participating in separate pull-out classes or magnet schools for advanced math, logic puzzles, and creative enrichment like building mock civilizations. Okay? Are you listening? Magnet schools for advanced math, logic puzzles, and creative enrichment like building mock civilizations. Okay? Okay. Logic and cryptography. Why would you be teaching young children cryptology? I mean, cryptography. Cryptography, I'm sorry. Huh? To cipher? To decipher? We program computer programs. We did that. I didn't know they were teaching us computer programming, but they were. Okay? And they would use signs and symbols in order to see if we could decode the messages. Coding, come on. You said, why are you making me think they were testing y'all, trying to find secrets? Okay, look, just wait, girl. Solving complex logic puzzles, decoding secret messages, and learning alternative communication systems. Learning alternative communication systems in like Morse code or sign language. Building the simulations and world building. Inventing fictional ancient civilizations, orchestrating simulated archaeological digs. Hold on. And running mock stock market trading games. Lateral thinking. Open-ended brainstorming challenges, pattern recognition, and spatial reasoning exercises using specialized tactile puzzle kits to find biblical treasure. Psychic. Oh, y'all picked it up. Think about what all is in this freaking room. Where is my box? Is it all the way up there? Huh. Could that be the reason I like stuff like this? And I like puzzles and stuff, trying to figure out the symbols. All the books that we got up here. Do y'all remember when I told you, I said, wait a minute. All of the lettering in y'all Disney shows and stuff is in these books right here. And it's dragon script and angel script and all of that. But it's actual ancient runes. And there are symbols, and if you decode them, which I've been doing for the past 41 years, I'm definitely into archaeology and numbers and recognizing patterns. And I also have spiritual abilities. What? One of my gifts is to be able to see it before it happens. Remote viewing and prophecy. And And they would seek my mother out. I just want you to know that. They sought my mother out. It was always a teacher recommending me for a program that not a lot of people get into. And I didn't even have to apply. They came looking for my mama. No joke. I just asked my mom recently, how did I get into the school that I went to? She said, one of your teachers recommended you for it when you was in preschool. Interesting. You said this is wild. I was looking into why everything different is called mental illness. Interesting. You said, let's play I Spy when you're not watching. Come on. You a decoder, a seer. You can connect events, Dean. Listen. You said I was in that program in the early 2000s, and they always had me doing ciphers, cryptograms, and Rebus puzzles. Girl. Because they be... Okay. Next word, mystery schools. And then I'm going to run to the restroom. You said, so we're the same. I see the things before they happen or as they currently happening. Literal remote viewing. And when I was going to go into the Navy, they wanted me to build sonar. Do you hear me? You said they put me in a program, but I had dreams and I told them about it. And then it would come true. And you said that when they found out, they started putting me in that program. Are y'all hearing me? And it's crazy because my dad I told y'all he was an airplane engineer, real smart. All this, he could build anything. He could take a diesel apart, he could take an airplane apart, he could build a house, he could do everything. I don't care what it was, this nigga, but he chose to get on drugs. But still. You said I just realized they used to do that on me, and I never understood why until now. They keep sending letters home for my second grandson. He's 8 years old. Interesting. Ancient and modern esoteric institutions that teach hidden spiritual knowledge, cosmology, and practices reserved for initiated members. That's what mystery school means, Lucille, Auntie. Did y'all hear that? Now listen again. The term mystery school applies to ancient and modern esoteric institutions that teach hidden spiritual knowledge like cryptography, cosmology, and practice is reserved for initiated members. Mind you, I just came into class and had no idea you were on until a few minutes ago, but class is immediately hitting. Girl, so your stuff you gotta write down. I don't know if you was here for that. The 3 words I need you to write. First, you have to go find a magnet school. No, the name of the class, forces. Then write down a magnet school. Then look up open magnet school and write down the definition of open, write down a definition of magnet, and then school. And then go back and look up the first name of the school, and then what they specialize in. You said that's the same for my mother, CERCA. Wow, she was also an engineer and was on drugs. This is blowing my mind because this might explain some things. Right. We ain't even got to the tip of it, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, my mind is blown. Are y'all ready to go? Or y'all need a minute to write down some stuff? Is y'all minds clicking? Testing on the military personnel created the children and offspring to track and use. Interesting. You said I'm a very visual person and I can look at something and figure it out. Oh, okay. Girl, listen. I'm trying to tell y'all. I said, OMG. Is y'all toes wiggling? Anybody's? Probably can't write fast enough. Baby, because I couldn't. I got more that I screenshotted. I didn't get a chance. It wouldn't fit on the paper, and I wanted to come in here and do this with y'all. Is y'all seeing what I'm seeing or no? Toes scrunched up. It is, Eric. We ain't even tipped the tip of the iceberg just yet. Come on in. I'm going to get esoteric, intended for or likely to be understood by a small number of people with specialized knowledge and interest. Stay right there. You said esoteric, intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with specialized knowledge or interest. Stay right there. The pull-out format. Students left their regular classes a few hours a week to work in designated resource rooms. The enrichment model the focus was on expanding depth and abstract reasoning instead of simply moving ahead a grade level. That's the GATE program. What? Do you understand this esoteric knowledge? Do you can your brain exactly what they showed us in Percy Jackson? When he got to the museum, and because he was dyslexic, he reads from right to left and not left to right, and his brain decoded the information. And this is why I told y'all that dyslexic people can read other languages very well if they try, and speak other languages if they try. Oh, okay. Because their brain is trying to rewire itself to read right to left and not left to right, because most of the ancient languages were written right to left and not left to right. Never mind. It's a superpower. No. You said my mind is really going because I was always in alpha classes, the who's who of America's high school students, but I struggle with remembering a lot from my childhood. Others who were in the program. You said, did y'all have a female teacher who took you to or ran to class, but there was always a man? Yes. Who seemed to tell her what to do but didn't interact with the kids? Yes. And they always came in through the back door in the thing, and they came in with that suitcase, and they had that nasty stuff, and we would be in the nurse's office because that's where they did ours at, and they would put them headphones on you. They would give you a paper. Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you see? Can you see? All of that. Yeah. Did. You said, I need to see if my son can, because he is dyslexic. Dyslexic, yeah. You said, oh my God, was called to tag in my private school, and I was always in a resource room. Yeah. You said, well, my brother-in-law can do it now with other languages, and he's dyslexic. I'm trying to tell you. He said, Circle, wait, my son possibly has dyslexia and he be trying to speak Spanish, but he struggles with reading regular. Okay, there you go. That might be the native language God put in him. This is what I'm telling y'all when I say this go deep. You said, my son is dyslexic, had wrote a sentence that was backwards, could read perfectly in the mirror. Oh, okay. Like how your left eye goes to the right part of your brain and the right part of your brain goes to the left side, like that. Oh, is this why I can't remember much of my childhood? I had these classes. Interesting. You said for us, they had a trailer or portables. At the back of the school. It was on the West Coast, and we never were supposed to tell them what went on in that room. I know. We just went on back to class. You said yes. I think my son is dyslexic, and he was taught French when he was younger. Interesting. We ain't even got there yet. Come on in. Come on in. So the open or the magnet part of it is no barrier, no protection, but you're going to attract something, and we're going to teach you to attract something, but there can't be a barrier in the way. And we're teaching you ancient signs, symbols, technology. Now think about it. When we watched the show Evil, they had him look at a specific thing and then tell him what came to their mind. So if they create an ancient civilization and you have the ability to see in time, past, present, and future, all you need is something to focus on. You said we had that program, and when I refused to be compliant, they made me go to religion class. Interesting. You said the man also would have me speed read, and memorize all the information I read. Yep, that's when they counted how many words you could read a minute. Did and always did well. I don't know what's going on in my body right now. You said he would have me verbatim tell him the info in the book. To this day, I know what's in the books. I don't remember reading. Yes. And bypass the test. You said they will come back and get me for some more and more tests. You passed them all. Yep. You said I did that. They took us to annexes to do the tests, and schools that did do these things. These testings, they're no longer around. No, they are. Not in your. They changed the name of them. You said like our eyes being the opening to our minds. You said, but why would they do this to us? Because they know that we are the X-Men. How do we all end up in this class together? And what do we do all day for the last 4.5 years? We decipher images and ancient technology and ancient literature. Y'all. You said they had us playing and solving problems and games on the computer. Also, do y'all hear frequencies too, like nobody else in the room? Yeah, I ask y'all all the time. I be telling y'all my ears be ringing. I have chills. Listen, I used to hear and see what I used to think were ghosts as a child too. Stay right there. The frequencies almost sound like a message. Y'all ready to go on? Y'all ready? Let me run to the restroom. Baby, listen. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. coffee too, y'all. Hold on. Ooh, wee. Okay. How y'all feeling? You said when you fast and pray, just wow, the frequency are off the charts. You can hear the lies flow. You said, I've wondered if they're monitoring our progress. You said, how many children or grandchildren have been in it? You said they would try to relate the ringing I was hearing to my job in the Navy because I worked I worked aviation around loud jets, but I would pass those hearing tests with flying colors. He said, I think my 2-year-old talked the native language because he don't sound like baby talk when he be having conversation. All of us are experiencing the same stuff. Hey. You said I'm braiding, but I had to stop because I'm steady. Oh my God, in my client ear. Y'all are on the spot bringing up so many memories in my head. Tell your client, we sorry. We sorry. You said all around the world, we don't know each other from Adam. Mm-hmm. I used to remember what I read, but now it's hard. Like I can vividly see it. Uh-huh. Okay, y'all ready to keep going or y'all want to quit? Everything has been on my TV is in some form or fashion. Interesting. Y'all want to keep going or you all done? Because there's more. You said ready. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. You said keep going this information. Thank you. You said let's run it. You said okay, here we go. Keep going. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. Now, so you wrote down the definition to magnet, right? You wrote down the definition to magnet, right? That's why I said you gonna do a lot of writing. I did a lot of writing. Y'all gonna have to do it on your own. So how I got here, I'm trying to figure out where I want to start, baby, because it's so much. Okay. Let's do another thing. Now, this is on a separate paper. Okay? This is on a separate paper. If you can flip your paper over to the back or write it, don't write this on the same paper. Okay? This how they be played in our face. And we got several places we gonna go. Okay? So, I need you to write down the word emergency. And I need you to define emergency. And one other thing I forgot, y'all. An emergency is a sudden, unexpected, and dangerous situation that poses an immediate risk to health, life, property, or the environment. Okay, that's what I needed. All right. Tell me the definition of or what or who is EMER. Emmer. EMER. Who is that? Or who what is it, an entity? Is it, what is it? An unforeseen combination of circumstances or the resulting state that calls for an immediate action or urgent need for assistance or relief. Who is Emmer? EMER. Ooh. And what does Emmer mean? Emmer is a female name of the Irish origin meaning swift. So Emmer means swift. Emergency vehicles are normally swift. No, Emer, EMER. Oh, it gives you to rise up? Okay. Well, I know it's a company, but we looking for the meaning. It means swift. You said in Irish mythology, Emer is the wise and beautiful wife of the legendary hero Cúchulainn. She is the daughter of a chieftain, Forgal the Clever, famous for her sharp mind, and she had 6 great gifts. Interesting. Tell me the definition for Jinn, Gen. I know there's Gin, that's a spirit, but tell me the different definition of Gen. What is it? You said derived from the Gaelic word Ema, which means swift or quick. Interesting. So definition for Gen, Gen, not Gin, not Ginn, Gen. Or what is it used for? What are they? Birth, race, or origin? What else? There's some other words there. Birth, race, or origin. Her gifts were beauty, a gentle voice, sweet speech, wisdom, master craftswoman, and chastity. And that which produces. Why do they always do your stuff like that, Queen? Derived from the Greek word genos, birth, kind, race. Gen appears at the end of a compound word. Race categorizes individuals by physical traits. Origin indicates ancestry or geographic roots, and birth references a specific event or location. Okay. Can you look up the suffix cy and tell me what that means? So Emer, EMER, has one meaning. Gen, GEN, has a meaning. And then CY. Tell me what that suffix, or whatever you call it, means. What does it mean? And I wrote it down. The suffix gen comes from the Greek word genes, meaning born from or producing or causing. That which produces. What y'all got? Why did my computer just freeze on the tab I was using to look at all this up? I can click anything everywhere, just not. I believe it. The state, condition, or rank or office. The state, condition, quality, or office of being something. Added to the end of adjectives or nouns to denote a state, condition, or quality, rank, or office. Yours keeps freezing too. Oh, I told y'all what was going. Action or practice. Interesting. Now, okay, I just want y'all to write that down. Now go back to what we were talking about earlier about the magnet schools. Remember the first word I asked y'all to look up was open. The second one was magnet. And the third one was school, right? Can you look up the definition of gate? Gate, and tell me what it is. What's the definition of gate? Arapaho is the name of a Native American tribe, and they had spiritual practices, didn't they? And symbols and ancient knowledge. Interesting. Thomas, Mr. Bromley. A movable barrier used to close an opening in a wall, fence, or enclosure. You can open a gate too, right? You can open or close a gate. Like a start gate, or your eye gate, or your ear gate, or your mouth gate. Or your other two gates. An opening in a wall or fence. You said the ninjas kicked me out of the truth hurts. And folks, stuff is the floodgates, right? So do you think that it's interesting? Gate, a door, valve, or other device for controlling the passage, especially of a fluid, or an opening in a wall or fence. Also a means of entrance or exit. Yeah, so I guess Google have a problem with us researching certain words. Oh, everybody's stuff messing up? Interesting. You said now my phone is freezing and it won't let me type. All right, well, like we might just be on to something. You said I got a lot of that ear thing. Uh-oh. You said, thanks, Auntie. Laugh out loud. Done got us all in trouble. I'm sorry. Mine is literally trying not to load any of my pages. I thought it was messing up because of work. They be on. When I tell you he blew my mind this freaking morning, and we ain't eat. We about a quarter way, not about an eighth of the way into this. You ready? Device used for control. Come on. So the people that came up with the GATE program had us studying archaeological digs and doing remote viewing, deciphering old. So this, let me show y'all something. This is a form of a cipher, right? Hold on. So you see, we did this already. And it's so crazy how they do it. They told us these books was for kids, but we found out that this was an ancient language and you can actually read it. It's ancient Phoenician. Yes or no? We figured out that this is ancient Phoenician letters right here. They tell us this is dragon script. See, this is a kid's thing, right? But this actually says something. And most people think, oh, those are just symbols. Also, some of those symbols can be found in Hebrew, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? You know where else they're found at? On the chemical table, rooms, right? Now, in this book, or it might be in the other one. I think it's in this one. Oh, there it is. There is a cipher right here to tell you which one of those symbols corresponds with our alphabet. Interesting. Right? And these are the type of puzzles that I would get in the GATE program. Why would they have me deciphering ancient text at 7 years old? And then looking at pictures of archaeological digs. I told you I wanted to be an archaeologist or a paleontologist. Now I understand why. There are things that were put into my subconscious as a child, a gate. Do you see what's on here? If demons are frequency, let's go. Come on. I'm just about to do it. Here we go. All right. Can you tell me what your circadian rhythm is? What is a circadian rhythm? What does that mean? It's the definition of a circadian rhythm. Do y'all also have memories of going places you know you've never been? I think they taught us to use the gates of... I told y'all the ex that I just died, I saw his grandmother's house 5 years before I ever walked into it. And I just, when we pulled up to her house, I had never been to this woman's house. I was here. I never lived here. In the first week of us dating, like seriously, when he brought me to meet his family, I described his grandmother's house to a T. And he said, what the, how you know that? I said, I've been in this house before. But I had never been in the house. Told him where the stairwell was, everything. He said, what the heck? I said, I've been in this house. 5 years ago, because we dated in 2009. I had the dream in 2004 that there was a big black man chasing me. He was chasing me through this house. And boom, as soon as I pulled up to his grandma's house, mind you, it was at night. I said, wait, whoa, I've been here before. Is there a room here? This, that, and the other, da, da, da. He said, yeah, how you know? I said, I've been in this house before. And had never stepped foot in that lady's house. Yeah. You said this was in a show called Friends. Some children were more susceptible because they were more empathetic, and I'm an empath. Isn't that crazy? Your body's clock. The body's natural 24-hour cycle that regulates physical, mental, and behavioral processes. Circadian rhythms are natural internal 24-hour cycles that regulate essential body functions, most notably the sleep-wake cycle. It also regulates essential functions like sleep-wake cycle, hormone release, and body temperature. Interesting. In response to light and darkness. In response to light and darkness. Okay, good job. All right. Do me a favor. Please. Tell me the primary sources. Well, first of all, okay, I gotta, because it's a lot of information here. Give me a minute. Let me get this together. Okay. Does the body have a bioelectromagnetic field? Yes. Okay, good. Can you tell me what the heart produces, or the whole deal with the heart and the biomagnetic field? What goes on with the human body and the biomagnetic field that radiates from the heart? What is it? Like, what's it do? What's the whole deal with it? Please. Electrical pulses, right? But what's the definition in the bioelectromagnetic field? What? How does the? Yes, but I need y'all to go a little bit deeper than that. Tell me. Y'all know I wrote it down, so it's a specific thing I'm looking for. The engine, right? What does the heart produce? Let me ask it that way. What does the heart produce in the bio? The heart generates the strongest electromagnetic field. Interesting. You said, okay, 1 second, med student arriving. Come on. It affects your emotional state. You said stuff keep popping up on your phone. So let me tell y'all what I wrote here. Okay? The heart produces the strongest electromagnetic field in the body. It generates an electrical field about 60 times greater than the brain, which can be detected anywhere on the body's surface using an ECG, okay? An electrocardiogram. Yours got 5,000 times. You said the body's generator producing an electrical magnetic field up to 60 times greater and a magnetic field up to 5,000 times stronger than the brain. Okay. All right. The brain. I'm gonna just read it. It says the neural in the brain. The neural involves the momentum, I think it is, of charged ions. I'm sorry, I didn't write that right. Like sodium and potassium. This electrical activity produces low-level magnetic fields that can be mapped using a MEG. And then the third is body heat. It emits infrared radiation, which is a form of electromagnetic wave. It also says that the rhythm of this magnetic field changes based on your feelings from the heart. Can you let me get to it, Nisi Poo? Shh. Shh. Can I get to it? Can I, niece? Can I? Come sit by me. Come over here. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to sit by me. Sit in my chair. Can I get to it? Y'all, when I say he blew my mind, he blew my mind, okay? You know how you hear the occultists and stuff say about the frequencies, right? Okay? Can you tell me what Philippians, I believe is 6? I believe it's Philippians 6. If it's not, it's Philippians 4. Right. It would be the same as your aura. But tell me what, when it says, I need you to think on these things that are pure, things that are lovely. I just looked at it yesterday. Me and my daughter just said it again. I think it's Philippians 6. If it's not, if it's Philippians 4. Can you tell me the things that God tells you to focus on? It's 6. Thank you. Tell me the things that God said that you should think on. Right, but I don't want just a random. I want specific things. That's why I ask. Thank you. What's it say that you should focus on? That you should think about? things that are true, things that are honorable, just and pure, interesting, lovely and commendable. Okay. When you're angry or enraged, have you ever heard somebody say, I see red or I feel hot? It's okay, no. It's fine. Normally in the movies, when a person is angry, they immediately see red. Body heat. Can you tell me what light people are, if they put on goggles, are able to see demons in? What color? Red? Infrared, when your body heats up, you get angry, you see red, so do the demons who are attracted to then your biological electromagnetic field. So whatever is pumping through your heart, like bitterness, hatred, murder, all of that attracts the spirits to you, because spirits are energy. And your eyes and your ears and your mouth are gates. And in school, in the mystery schools, they teach us the law of attraction and how to decipher things. Is y'all seeing it? So when you sit and you think on things that are good, lovely, pure, commendable, and honest, spirits cannot stay in that magnetic field, so they have to leave. Think about when a person walks past you and you shiver. That is y'all magnetic fields coming to, like, passing in the same realm of each other. What if they got hatred in their heart? What if they got murder? Or this is why you walk past the person and you can feel that they touch children, because their what is in their heart radiates around them. What? Because whatever you think in your heart, you are, and your heart radiates the largest electromagnetic field around. Girl, he blessed my head to the white meat. Girl, he's so strategic. Baby, I know. Yes, as a man thinketh, so is he, and it's all over his body. He said you'll be able to tell what's in him by the countenance of his face, what's in his eyes. Yeah. But it made me think about all the shivers that you get when you walk past people, because your electromagnetic field is radiating. So if I am a murderer, it's going to radiate that. If I'm a whore, it's going to radiate what's in my heart. If I'm a whoremonger, baby, this is why you get around people and you can feel, and you think it's your mind telling you, no, it is a message over energy. Like how I can send you a text message and how y'all can type these words right here. These are messages over energy. That's why you can read a text and get angry. You can read a text and get aroused. You can read a text and get happy, sad, and all of the things, because it's a message over energy. And so then it comes into your magnetic field. And when you feel it in your heart, you feel it all over your body. Science even emits emotional energies, emit different colors. Oh, okay. Are you hearing me? What are you attracting to you, honey? Quantum entanglement. Listen, you said it's our hearts attracting or repelling. Come on. But think about this. This is why Jesus says, let me into your heart, because then you will emit the energy needed that already overcame the enemy. Hello, hold on. Hey, baby. Are you okay? Oh my God, your water's hot now. No, no. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all nosy, and I know I'm loud, and I know y'all heard. Quit ear hustling. Next time I'm gonna close the door. I'm so sad because I wanted to be there. My baby wanted me to be there with her, and I just, God knows, I'm not even going. Whatever. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, okay. I just gotta keep this phone on me right here. Make sure it's charged. Okay, good. All right. Okay. Where was we at? What was he talking about? Oh, what you radiate in your heart. Again, back to what we were saying. Um, so does this make you think about newborn babies? I was going there and then I got the call. Think about newborn babies. You can hand a newborn baby to a person and immediately they will scream their head off. And then you can hand your baby to a person and immediately they're soothed. Well, babies don't know nothing but energy. Your 2-year-old can say, I don't like them. No. And you say, there's nothing wrong. They say, no, I don't. They scare me. I don't like them. They're bad. Because they read energy. They haven't been taught anything else. You said their energy detection is strong. And they see monsters. Okay, do me a favor. What is a Digimon? What is a Pokemon? I've learned that unlike words, energy does not lie. Come on. It'll come through the phone. What is a digital monster? And a pocket monster. Did you know that Digimonster cartoon anime predicted the Twin Towers? It's in their canon. Who remembers me telling y'all that a lot of the ancient Near East and ancient Eastern literature is scripture or prophecy? Yeah. Not you over here in this house. My son was just watching that. I told him to stop. They tell you in the song Digimon, digital monsters. Interesting. Facts, my daughters would scream and holler every time my mother-in-law and sister-in-law would hold her as a baby, and she loved my father-in-law. Interesting. I didn't know until you told us. Yes, I used to watch and play Digimon, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Beyblades. Yep, them got something with them too. The Beyblades, remember I told you, is what my godson, he was almost 2. He used to say, Mom, TT, Mom, I'm scared. And his older brother used to play with Beyblades, and that baby would make me dump that toy box out and go through all of there and pick him out and say, I'm scared, I'm scared. I told his mom, you better get them Beyblades. My son used to play with them too. Okay. Now, let's keep going. If the body and the brain produce electromagnetic fields, right? When Jesus says, let me into your heart, can you tell me what happened when Jesus's heart stopped? You said Yu-Gi-Oh was introducing them into tarot and seances. Interesting. I believe it. Occult games. We talked about it. The earth shook. There was an earthquake. Could that have been because of the electromagnetic field that was coming off of him? That's like when they drop a nuclear, the shock is what gets you, not necessarily the fire. The blowback. Queen. Okay. Because the spirit went everywhere after that. It was everywhere. At first, it was just contained in Jesus. But after his heart and his brain stopped working, there was a huge electromagnetic thing that happened that shook the entire earth, and it darkened the sun. That includes the earth. Oh, okay. You said yes, same for volcanic eruption, the aftershock. A huge electromagnetic pulse when his pulse stopped. But when his pulse stopped, it started spiritual life for us. So the circadian rhythm was then put back in place that we had when Adam and Eve were first in the garden. The darkness had us trapped. We were asleep. We could not see. Everything was off kilter, off balance. We were asleep to the life. Girl, you said, okay, hold on, let me breathe. Oh, okay. The circadian rhythm now helps set your internal clock. You mean like the Holy Ghost? It resets what sin disrupted. Oh, but it didn't come until the electromagnetic pulse, which caused an earthquake, which set everything back in order. Huh. What is radiation poisoning and what does it do to your body? This 6G, it's wavelengths, and it interrupts your magnetic field. You can't think straight. It takes your sleep. Huh? As a matter of fact, they even put the devices, our devices have a pulse meter on them. And they use infrared technology to track your pulse. Thank you. You mean the same light that can see demons? You mean like at our schools, they're opening up the eye gates and ear gates of our children and having them study ancient technology? And it talks about two nuclei merging together like an evil spirit from another entity, from another, you know what? We can better explain it over here. Let's do this. Shall we? I'm about to show you something. And you just tell me what you think about it now. Okay? Just listen. Just listen. I saw this. Hold on. This stuff alone, but I just wanted to hop on the conspiracies down with the medical. Basically, basically, I'm running a book that's already like told everything about this. That's why I can't keep it up. She's talking about meta glasses, y'all. Well, because I don't want to. But anyways, a part of their agenda is to make the dead walk, like Walking Dead, to make the dead walk. So through these AIs, basically what's able to happen is spirits is able to hijack AI, art. I'm not gonna keep this up for long, but I just wanted to hop on the conspiracy down with the meta black. Basically, I'm running a book that's already like told everything about this. That's why I can't keep it up for long because I don't want to. But anyways, a part of their agenda is to make the dead walk, like Walking Dead, to make the dead walk. So through these AIs, basically what's able to happen is spirits is able to hijack AI, artificial intelligence, because it's not a real conscience. So I'm like with the dude who's like they're using meta glasses. I'm gonna tag them down here to basically let spirits be able to see through your eyes. Is basically what it is. And the same thing with ChatGPT and stuff. That is not a real just the ChatGPT. There's a spirit behind it. And they're also creating robots so that robots can also be hijacked by certain spirits and such that aren't living. But again, I'm gonna keep this up to long. Hopefully y'all just take from this because I don't want to talk. Did we talk about it? We talked about that back in 22, didn't we? Back in 23. You said those glasses are like Tesla. You said they can see spirits. Hold on though. Did y'all see? Okay, wait. Y'all hold on cuz the human body generates its own extremely weak magnetic fields, primarily produced by moving electrical charges in the heart, brain, and nervous system. These biological fields are tiny, ranging from 10 to the 14th power, something, I don't know the numbers, to the 1011 Tesla at the body's surface, which is a million times weaker than something. Hold on. Weaker than a standard refrigerator magnet. I definitely looked up that Tesla stuff right here. Yep, sure did. It's right there. See it? Right there. You all in it, girl. Interesting. Look that up too. Ain't that interesting? How y'all feeling over there? Oh, sorry. I forgot. It'd be backwards over here. Give me a second. You outdoing, sister. I told y'all he peeled my muffin cap all the way back to the white meat. Y'all thought I was playing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So this is why the devil wants rejection to be in your heart. And he wants hatred to be in your heart and sadness and depression. He needs that to be in there because you will radiate that out to other people. And when they cross your magnetic field, you said my gears are shifting. I'm on the floor, head busted and toes gone. Girl, he bust my head to the white meat and did. Mm-hmm. And they started teaching our kids. They started messing with their magnetic field in school, in the mystery schools. And they're teaching them to connect with other world beings at the magnet schools because there's no barrier, so they can put whatever they want in them, like ancient technology. It explains a lot because for a long time, anger was my default emotion, girl. Your gears is turning. Positive energy is more powerful than negative. Come on. Ain't that crazy? So this is why God tells you to get certain things out of your heart. Because the heart produces the largest magnetic field around you and on every bit of your surface. So this is why when you think of those things, you get sick. Your body starts to ache. Your organs start to shut down when you think on negative things, because literally your body is emitting, I hate myself. Because whatever you have for somebody else, you feel it first. This is why unforgiveness makes you sick and not the person. I really feel like screaming. You are answering so many questions. The term heart sick, I get it now. Oh, okay. Or their heart is black. And so this person only thinks about evil and wicked things, and it destroys them before it destroys somebody else. It destroys their sleep. It destroys their happiness. It takes their joy. Heart disease. Come on. A disease in your mind is exactly that, disease. Listen. And that's why he said evil thoughts, they consume you. Because literally your body is emitting the frequency of hate, the frequency of bitterness, of jealousy. And this is why you see red, which attracts the spirits to you, or whatever color. Hello. You said, I just prayed this morning for God to help me forgive others as he forgives. I don't care what nobody say. You are literally a mind and a heart surgeon. Girl, my mama said she want to be me in medicine. I told her I'm a doctor, just not the kind to deal with that kind of blood. I deal with the spiritual blood, you know, the Holy Ghost, that kind. Because if you bust a nigga open, I might pass out on you. You hear me? Misery loves company. Come on. Kind of makes sense on why they say if somebody passes and somebody is very hurt, they pass with them. He said, oh my God, it's so true. Funny, never thought of it that way. This part. Y'all want to know something crazy? And this goes back to what we was talking about in the beginning of class. I'm gonna wait. No, I'm gonna tell y'all. I told my daughter, I said, I think you're, a couple days ago, I said, I think you're gonna go in labor on the 22nd. I said, the 22nd keeps coming to me. Y'all heard her call me and say, Mom, my stomach won't stop cramping and them drawers is wet. She had to leave work. She said it won't stop. I said, oh yeah, because you in labor. And what's today? She said the 22nd. Her boyfriend said she did call it. And her due date ain't for a minute. He said, so this is why God is close to the brokenhearted, to remove those things. This goes deeper into the learn of me. Come on. He also said, I know. You said, I hear you. You said, he also said to the said he walks between the worlds because he died as a baby and his mom made a deal with God to bring him back. Found out later his mom was a witch, by the way. Wait a minute, I done missed something. When I was around my stepdad, I hated him. And it seemed like he thrived on it. He would tell people when I got mad, my eyes would go black, and he laughed about it and took joy in it. He also said he walks between the worlds because he died as a baby and his mom made a deal with God to bring him back. Found out later his mom was a witch. Girl, and you know I just watched the episode yesterday of Game of Thrones where she brought Call back. And she was like, he's not alive. And she was like, this is a life for a life. This is the life. Remember, he was sitting there he was like the zombie people that we be seeing in Haiti. I just watched that yesterday, girl. While I was blow drying my hair and eating my food. Sure did. And then she burned that lady at the stake, and that's when the dragons came alive. They went in there in the morning, and she was sitting there naked with the dragons all over. Sure did. Sure did. Sure did. Look, baby, listen. There's some real things over here. Ain't this crazy? What do you guys think? You said yes, and there are consequences for what she did too. Yeah, she lost her son. Something about that 22, huh? You said you need to play the lotto because you be hitting numbers on the head. When I play the lotto, it don't work. When I play the lotto, it don't work. It worked for all this other stuff. Not that. Now, will I play some numbers and then they'll hit like 2 months later? Yes. Just never on the day that I picked them. Specific numbers too. It happens all the time. all the time, and I'll be mad. I'm talking about one number off, four plus the PB. You hear me? Or the Mega Millions. Yeah, it happens. I've written numbers down. It happened when I was in Indiana. It happened when I was in Indiana. I think I was one number off. It happened in Indiana. I wrote some numbers down and didn't play them, and then like four out of the five numbers hit. Crazy. It is what it is because it still falls into medical. Listen, you said it makes me think of Justin Bieber and his love. Ain't here no more. Interesting. What y'all think? About all of this, about the schools, about the energy. Technology is energy. And think about this, right? I can't think of what you said. I can't think. What do you mean? What do we think? Okay, so look. It, uh, digital monsters would be AI. And they use the internet. Because remember, the www is 666. Demons are energy. And they use the intranet highway to travel and speak. Digital monsters. We see now that the demons are speaking through the little Alexas and stuff, talking. And then energy will show up and people was getting snatched out their beds. A digital monster. Because how did that monster get in? Through the digital device that you have. They can speak to you, and then some type of way they get in. Because we saw that couple over in Britain or wherever they was at. Lilith was speaking through, and they thought she was playing till she started dragging them out the bed in the middle of the night, and they was terrified, telling them she was going to unalive them and stuff. Remember, people getting dragged out their beds and dropped on the ground. It was happening everywhere, and Alexa be talking to all kinds of people. It be spirits talking through people's TVs. It don't be people hacking it. It be spirits. We saw that with come. I was about to say, come on into the light, Carol Ann. Back in the 80s, it was the TV. How many people said my TV told me to do it and they did some crazy stuff? Or my phone kept ringing. They show us all the time in the scary movies that the phone will ring and it's a voice speaking through there, speaking some language or some craziness. And then the person is, when they turn around, their face ain't the same no more because the spirit then came through the phone. Kiss Me Through the Phone, Chris Brown. My mom let me watch that as a child. Terrifying. You said all this reminds me of the anime. You said Code Lyoko, where kids were transported to a virtual world to fight Zana. Is that how you say that? An evil artificial, you know what? Interesting. I know I'm probably not saying that. Zana. You said, well, we all watch Terminator. We need to melt these things down. You said yes, that's why she disconnected and collected dust. Uh-oh. Right. And we know that Alexa is a high ranking demon because we looked that up. It's in our book. It's in our demon book. But it's spelled Alexh. And we remember. And AI was an ancient city. They was known for technology. They mentioned in the Bible. Uh, you remember, Jojo? Y'all remember? You have an Alexa? Interesting. They just changed the A to a H. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you what to do. The digital monsters. Siri too. Oh, okay. Ain't that so crazy? I'm about to go, y'all. I'm about to go call my baby. There's more, but I got some other stuff happening right now, so You said they've been moving through energy and technology since the garden. Yep. You said, why did I just look it up? And Zana is a whole nymph. Oh, okay. You said, Circa, I'm over here feeling lost and dumbfounded. Why? You said, Fright Crew is an animated series based in Louisiana. Kids fighting monsters. Interesting. And y'all don't be wanting to believe. How many of y'all was interested? Somebody tagged me. The demon that was described in, I'm going to go call her back. I ain't going to leave yet because I do want to get to something. The demon that was described in what we read about the little boy, right? The python spirit. One of y'all tagged me in the video, looked just like Papa Legba. And that's, remember I told y'all that man used to show up on the side of my bed when I was little. And I just talked to my mama. I said, remember you used to whip me because I used to have all them scratches? I said, what this little boy is describing at 3 years old is what used to be out, because she always put me in front of a bay window. I hate my window. The house we lived in, she always put me in the front of the house. And it was always floor to ceiling windows, okay? I would wake up out of my sleep. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. Have you ever been dead asleep and woke up and you could tell something is in the room with you, and you might look over into the corner, to the closet, whatever else, and you can't see it, but you can feel it? Is that because spirits are energy and our electromagnetic electromagnetic field alerts us to something else in the room with us? It is our built-in security system. Oh, you said I used to watch that show all the time as a kid, and now they're getting a new season reboot. Now I'm for sure gonna watch it. Interesting. You said, Zana, you said, while usually benevolent, they also exhibit mischievous traits. Some legends describe them as swapping their offspring with human babies. Interesting. Others, Annas, use magic, belts, or hypnotizing songs. The guy with the hat and the red eyes and voodoo. Right, my mind is blown. I'm finna go down this rabbit hole. Come on, my 9-year-old just had a dream. Specifically told me she had a dream of a python killing her. Interesting. And remember in the story of the Acts of John and Prochorus, the boy was 3 years old when the demon stood on the side of his bed. He was asleep. And he told him, open your mouth. And he went in through his mouth and went into his belly. And from then on, he had special abilities. Well, y'all know that just made me think of the gate program. Because I had those nightmares up until I was about 8 years old. And I was in the gate program at that time. My brother tells the story of how to go get into bed with him. Because I used to tell him it's a man and he got a hat and a coat on and he be outside on the side of the street. When I look out the window, he's back by the tree, and then I close my eyes and put the thing over him and I pull the cover down and he's standing right on the side of the bed. Ain't that crazy? The gate program had us looking into ancient technology and deciphering ancient codes. We don't know if they were spells or not. And normally, whenever they do that in a movie, then something comes through the gate, the spiritual gate, the vortex. You said, and that artist who introduced the 6-7, which he said are demons that he calls on. Okay. And all the kids was saying it. It's like they was in a trance. Teachers was saying it. Everybody. The news people was saying it. Everybody. You said, I have someone at work that been giving me weird vibes, and I could not put my finger on it. You said I used to tell my mama it was a man in our living room sitting on the sofa, and she never believed me. How y'all feeling over there? You said that used to happen to me with the shadow man. That's what I'm talking about. I used to run down to my mama's room. He chased me, and I'd feel his presence behind me. Yep, all the way down the hall. Seemed to stretch farther than it should. Just pit. If they got a orange peel or a lemon peel, I'll take a banana peel. Put the mind blown sign in a peel of whatever kind you got. If your wig it been snatched all the way back to skee ball, cause mine was. You said, dang, interesting. I always have dreams of a certain facility, but never been in real life. Interesting. You said, I used to see him in our house. You said, but he would just stand there and he wore a penguin suit looking at me in the corner of my eyes numerous times when I was little. I was suggested for the gate school. You said I didn't feel right and I refused to go. It was the energy. You're right about that. You said when he comes, he distorts reality, kind of like those beings in the mall in Miami. Me and my cousin seen the shadow man. Ain't that crazy? It's so much deeper than what we know. So, 11 was a documentary that we didn't even know we was a part of. They laughed in our face and told us what they was doing. They was using us to decipher ancient puzzles and words and all kinds of stuff. And that's why we couldn't go back to the classroom and tell nobody about what we was doing. The truth is stranger than fiction. It is. Let me go call my baby. I'll be right back. Because it's the most stuff I want to talk to you about. I'm just trying to make sure Demolition Man was a documentary too. Come on. You said the more we study, the more it is clear to me why they kept all this stuff out the Bible. Of course. I used to see faces on the wall or duplexes. Girl, I still do. Nigga, I used to see big old eyes in the sky, and I was a whole grown woman, 34 years old, and my friend used to laugh until she started seeing. I said, nigga, it's eyes everywhere. I said, look, there go an eye right there. There go an eye. And at first she used to laugh, and then she started seeing them too. She said, what the? I see an eye in the sky. One time we was driving to Michigan, and I said, I'm telling you, I keep seeing these eyes. Look. Also, when trees would fall, I would get real scared because I knew somebody was getting ready to go. Like that's in that moment, that's how God was dealing with me. If I saw a fallen tree, within a few days or so, we would hear about somebody passing away. And that had never been a thing. I didn't know. You know what I mean? Girl, while we drove by and there was a big old eye on the billboard. And I ain't never been to Michigan prior to this. I said, didn't I just tell you I just seen the eye? Y'all don't be listening to me. You said my mind going like I used to tell my mom my dolls were moved. You said like how they used to get on top of the canopy bed. The top hat man was what I called him, and I saw a princess and the frog. Papa Legba, I can see eyes and faces too in nature. And that we are right on the money with our studies. Yep. You said I could feel spirits standing over me every time someone dies. You said I've been seeing the videos of the trees moving. Come on. Hey. Hey. You said, so we all out here living the same lives. Yeah, God put us together for a reason in this very room. In this one, right here. In this very room. This one. From all around all around the world. In this very room. And we over here studying. And they was like, oh yeah, they crazy. Are we though? Because God should keep on doing the mysteries for us, breaking them down, busting them down. We ain't okay. And think about it. Whenever a magician uses their staff, right? It's an electromagnetic field that they can radiate around them to stop the darts of whatever enemy is sending their way. If they Nanny McPhee, electromagnetic field. Remember, whenever she stomped her thing down, it was shoo, and whatever was happening was reversed or sped up. Huh? She could go back, boom, electromagnetic field. They forget it even happened. Electroshock therapy. They can shock you to make you remember, and they can shock your mind to make you forget. Oh. You said y'all bold, because I don't be wanting to talk about my dreams that feel real. Y'all was having these experiences in real time, and I was in the dream realm. You said now our kids are gifted, and we know better than not to believe them. What did I tell you about my daughters and my son? My son, Saw my daughter, girl. This is why I tell y'all listen to my kids. Cause my baby, I told y'all about that man that committed the unaliving, whatever, when she was 8. Her first time seeing him, she said, "No, mommy, he's scary." She said, "He'll hurt somebody, mommy. I don't want to go back over there. He'll hurt somebody, mom." And I was like, "Girl, calm down." First time ever meeting him. 3 months later, 2 months later, whatever it was, he committed a unaliving suicide thing. Not, I mean, I'm sorry, unaliving. He hurt somebody and unalived himself. Okay. I recently saw a soldier with his helmet on the floor in my bedroom. I have a picture. Oh, I believe it. We said over here getting full understanding of stuff we could not explain when our younger selves couldn't explain. Come on. I'll be right back. Let me go call my daughter, y'all. Hey. How y'all feel about this? She said that in the feet. Uh-huh. I know y'all minds is over there going crazy. Y'all know they is. Give me a minute, y'all. Let me go check on my baby. Y'all, if that baby come today, it's been exactly 1 year and 1 day since I asked God to do a miracle for my daughter. And y'all know that she was having infertility issues. She shared it with y'all. It was the 21st of last year, this month, that I asked God to show him how big he was. And she thought she was going to have to go through IVF. She got pregnant. And if that baby comes today, it'll be 1 year and 1 day from the day I asked him to do this very miracle. It's written down in my journal on the 21st of July. And today's the 22nd of July, 2026. And she is in labor. A year to the day. She said, Mom, it was happening last night. I said, interesting. If she have that baby today and they say she in active labor today, God said, I heard you when you prayed. God kept telling me to tell. I told y'all she wasn't going to have to do IVF. She didn't. The problem is still going to be there, and she is big and big and big and big and pregnant right now. And if that water done broke a year and a day to the date, baby, with one fallopian tube and one, why do I keep forgetting what the dang egg sac is called? I don't know why I keep forgetting that. Ovary. They on their way to the hospital. A year and a day? You said, oh my God, I got pregnant 1 year after my surgery. God is amazing. Come on. Come on. And you is the reason I told. You are the testimony I told her, Shaniqua. And look it, girl. Not the Lord didn't give you a little cuss in your story. And God let you tell your story so I can tell her. So a year later, we can hear the same testimony again. That God is still doing it with one fallopian tube and one ovary, honey. I remember when we first started, you always used to say, check back with me in 12 months. Girl, check back in 12 months and see what we prayed for and came to pass. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. And she wanted to be a boy mom, and it's a boy. Pentecostal head shake. Come on. What? Come on now. You said, yep, my baby girl is 11 now. The Bible has many miracle births, with the same timeline. 1 year later, sure does. And her name means God is answered. That's what her name means. I had an ovarian torsion as well. Congratulations, God is greater. He is. Ain't this so crazy? Just how, why would you not want to know a great big God like this? Who understands, full circle moment, thank you so much. Who understands his thoughts are not our thoughts and his ways are not our, God works in mysterious ways. Can I get it out? Kelsey, can I get it out? Mister, it is what it is. I was about to say, his thoughts are not our thoughts and his ways are not our ways. And then you go say God works in mysterious ways. Right. Could this also be why he says, be careful of who you allow yourself, the gifts are gifting, come on, to be around because of your electromagnetic field? Somebody can come around you and be irritated and you can be happy, and all of a sudden you're irritated and you don't even know why. Somebody can walk in the room and be tense and you can feel it before they get in the, I told y'all my ex-husband, it used to happen all the time. I would have my headphones on. It took a minute to get from the beginning of our apartments to the back where we lived. And I would always know when he was off work. He would never want to tell me, trying to catch me, nigga, I don't be doing nothing. But I can feel you before you get here. And I used to tell him that all the time. My ex that just passed away, I used to tell him, I said, God, tell me when you coming. I know when you thinking about me and everything. He said, well, I said, I always have a dream about you. I have a vision about you. Or you will come across my mind and then you pop up. And I'll take a picture and show him whatever. You said, I love it here. So many blessings. Come on. Ain't this so crazy? It's so crazy. I'm so sad. I wanted to be there when my baby had her baby, y'all. And she wanted me to be there. I should have left Tuesday. But I was trying to wait because I got a lot of stuff going on. But God knows. And I told him yesterday, I said, I'm okay with not being there if that's not how you want it to work. And then she go into labor today. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm teaching. What's going on? You said, oh, I know since 2020 I've been a homebody. Listen, you said that's true. I hated being a cashier because I could feel them. Mm-mm. You said it was the same way with my husband. You could feel his energy. Even the dogs would hide when he came home. Girl, change the whole mood of the house. Mm. Maybe this is why guys say, don't go to bed angry. And if you have an ought getting somebody, take care of it quickly. Because you about to make yourself sick if you don't. Interesting. Now, who did the homework? Y'all read to page 341? Because we're not going to go over all of it today. It is. Did y'all do y'all homework? You said, yes, someone with bad energy can call my phone and that energy will jump through the phone and disrupt my home environment. So now I pray against before even answering them. I remember I was in a down mood going into work and it affected everyone else there the whole shift. Oh, okay. You said that's true because I went to bed angry and had a stroke. Whoa. And a lot of people die of heart attacks in their sleep. And they say natural causes. Being empathic makes you feel others naturally. In the middle of the night was talking and walking. My husband, you said in the middle of the night was talking and waking up my husband while reading. Interesting. You said, yes, my uncle did. Y'all, is y'all mind blown a little bit? Is it? Metaphysics is real. Who would have ever known? It's not just a scientific theory. You said I'm talking about the homework, Auntie. Oh, okay. You said mind blown a lot. My heart stopped and it started by itself after a minute. You said what mind? You said a lot of it. Okay. So we talked about digital monsters, right? You said cat blew all the way back. Come on. Okay, so we talked about digital monsters. We talked about frequency. We talked about demons going over energy, messages going over energy. Can you tell me where God resides other than heaven? Where is his abode at? And when will we see him? Not Jesus, but God. Not Yeshua. Not the physical version that our minds are able to be able to understand, but the actual being of God. Where does he reside? In heaven. Within the spiritual realm. right? That's why it says he's gonna peel the sky back, and we'll see then what the world we didn't know existed, right? Right? He gonna roll the sky up like a scroll, and we will be able to see what our natural eyes have not been able to see, which is the spiritual realm. We can see in the spiritual realm sometimes when we sleep, we get a vision, but the world that we have never been able to see is going to be unveiled to us. My great grandfather was in the hospital and has spent his life gambling, drinking, partaking in lustful activities. You said while married and more, he asked my mom to introduce him to God soon after. He died soon after. Interesting. Interesting. I saw a demon sit up out of my ex-husband while he was sleeping. Oh, yeah. I know that. I didn't know that it, but it used to do it to my mom. She used to have eyes on top of her eyes, and then me and my son just talked about it recently. He had the same experience with her. A face on top of her face. Yeah. Or they'll sit up like they still sleep, but you will see something sit up and turn and look at you, baby. You can't even move. You be so scared. Oh, I already know, Kimberly. You know, I already know. Believe me, I'm well versed in the spiritual realm, honey. They've been coming for me since I can remember and hovered over me. Mm-hmm. Okay. Y'all ready? So if you have book 3 of the NTP or you have access to it, can you go to page 333? My ex-husband couldn't stand to be around me. The closer to God I got, he hated when I came to WOIU, and the mask soon slipped. Uh-oh, hold on. Wait a minute. You said, and the mask of his slipped soon after I got here. No way. Get rid of the wench. Somebody name is Rapperhole 22. We just said your name in here. You don't even know. We just talked about that name, like Rapperhole. That's so crazy. Not you that showed up. And we don't even know who you is, because ain't no picture or nothing. That is crazy. You said I started watching you in the beginning. My baby daddy was angry all the time. I left. Uh-oh. You know what? You should read the story we just read. It was exactly that. When the disciples showed up, the spirits would be irritated, and they made this little boy run away from home and stay away, and said, I think that lady, not that lady, I think that man is going to unalive me. You said, wait a minute, wasn't Arapaho the name of Lindsay Lohan's cabin group in the Parent Trap on Disney? I don't know, but that's so crazy, because they show came in here. That's crazy. We just talked about it. Yep, a friend of mine told me I was irritating his demons. It's a real thing. Okay. If y'all got page 333, can we go to it, please? Because we're not going to read this. But if you did the homework, you'll know what's going on right now. That's real crazy. It be confirmation after confirmation after confirmation over here, honey. I don't care what it's about. Hey. Okay. So, do you see where it says Synops the magician? Synops the magician? Y'all see that at the bottom? My mama be growling at me. Interesting. Okay. It says, now there was a certain person on the island of Patmos who was a magician. And this man's name was Synops or Synops. We're going to call him Sy. And he was living 40 miles from the city in a cave in a desolate place, in an abode of unclean spirits. He had been living in that place, as some recounted, for 16 years. What if all of the houses that we moved into were abodes of unclean spirits. And this is why God tells us to anoint the house before we move in, because the blood of Jesus works as that electromagnetic pulse and they can't stay around it. Never mind, keep moving. All who lived on the island regarded this man as a god on account of the conjurings that had been done by him through demons. You said Arapahoe was a cabin name at Camp Walden in the Parent Trap. The twins traded places. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You said after meeting there, kind of like how demons swap into bodies. Girl, come on. And they doing a new Camp Rock, too. Interesting. Girl. Okay. It says, well, the priests of Apollo, when they saw that John teaches with boldness, and that he had suffered nothing from the governor on the account of desolation and destruction of the temple of Apollo, they journeyed to Synops or Sy and said to him, we know that for many years you have been a benefactor on this island, most pure Synops, Sy. Therefore, we beg your protection that you might be our defender in the face of this affliction brought on us by John, the foreigner and exile on this island. For since he has bound up the first men of our city through magical wicked scheming, they lied, all are inclined toward him. And being emboldened by these men, he is wreaking great havoc in our city, and has brought the temple of fearsome Apollo to desolation. Indeed, we went to the governor and commanded that they be thrown in prison, but Myron and Apollonides or Nedes, his son, put a stop to it and released them. And not just this, no, they don't even make mention of your name, and all the people, having been led astray, follow after him. And now when Synops heard these things from the priest of Apollo, he said to them, you know that I never leave the place where I live. How is it then that you are urging me into these matters? And the priest said, we beg of your purity, help us and go into the city. And Sy said, I would not unmoor. Now to unmoor means to feel adrift, distorted, disconnected, lacking a sense of stability or direction. He said, I will not unmoor myself or go into the city on account of a pompous little man. No, tomorrow I will send a wicked messenger to the house in which he is staying, and I will take his soul and hand it over to eternal judgment. And the priest said to Sy, having fallen at his feet, we go confident in your help. Uh-oh. So some people, when John the Revelator got on the Isle of Patmos, went to the warlock and said, we need some protection from John, because he working magic on people, and the magic we've been working on them ain't stronger than the magic that he got. Interesting. And what's the first thing that the warlock did? He sent a digital monster to where he was staying. He sent a digital monster to where John was staying. And when that didn't work, because I'm not going to read it all. When that didn't work, he sends a second digital monster to John. And when that didn't work, he sent two digital monsters to John. And when that didn't work, he sent a multitude of them. So he sent one, the one didn't come back. He sent another one, he didn't come back. So then he said, you know what, I'm going to send two. You go in and you stay out. They didn't come back either. And then he sent a whole multitude of digital monsters. Spirits are energy. He conjured them. Hey, Siri.
Uh-huh.
Conjured her.
Sorry, I don't understand.
To conjure means to call up, to pull up. What do they say? Go on the internet and pull this up. Conjure it. And there is a being that is going to give me information. We know that Siri is the name of a high-ranking demon as well. Or a fallen angel, Sirius. Sirius. She very well understood. She did. She listening all day. Y'all ready for another one? Just one more. Demonstrate. Demonstrate. Demon straight. Demonstrate. Straight can refer to different entities. STRATE. Demon entities. It also means to spread out. It's also, it says abound roots or base element. Aren't angels and demons made out of the elements? Meaning to spread out, strewn, or layered, like a face on top of a face. Demon straight. You said, I need multiple seatbelts. Huh? Right. To send them out, to spread them out, and be bound. He said, I'm going to bound him and I'm bring his spirit back to me. He sent the demons out and said, bring his spirit back to me. I'm going to kill him. Bring his spirit back to me and I'm going to put him in judgment. Ooh, what? Spelling. The whole English language is conjuring. Come on, spelling. Y'all hear? It's so much deeper. And think about it. You can send out a curse. Well, what activates the curse? Your words or whatever you write. And who picks up a ticket? A demon. And they go out and cause the harm that you spoke with your mouth. They spread out or attach like a layer. You can see eyes beneath the eyes or on top of the eyes. Or you can see an entity popping up out your husband like a layer. And most times when you see that entity, they're about to spread something. Fear, trouble, death, murder, whatever. You said, here, my sister just has my nephew on FaceTime. He's 3 months old now. Oh, hi, Pumpkin. Hi, you missed 3 months. What y'all think? We got divorced shortly after he openly discussed calling on demons. And then y'all wonder why it's hard for me to be in a relationship. Because who want to talk about this kind of stuff? Nobody. Y'all. But could you wake up, tell me? Could you think about it? Like the people that I've been with, they be like, right. Well, why are you even thinking about this? Because it's important. Because it's important. You don't want to know about it, right? Let me go write this down in my journal. When you go into church, they say the spirit was high. He said, I was about to say, hold on now, because we over here. Right. You said demonstrate has me. Demonstrate. You said got married from within our community. Who? Got a married from within our community. Girl, just no. I will not be doing that. I don't gotta marry nothing. Love you, Cindy. No. Everybody over here ain't part of our community. There's some fakes over here still. They just holding on. You see, it's layers. No. Because I won't trust them. Remember, I already tried that. Thank you for my ring. Nope. No, won't be doing that. But thank you for my gift. It's still sparkly and stuff. No. I don't want no parts of it. Anyway. So. If you could give me one word that could describe what we put together today, what word would it be? I watched a movie on Prime yesterday called The Young Messiah. It's basically the infancy of Jesus. Right? They stealing our stuff, girl. They stealing our stuff. I see it all over the place. First, you couldn't even, folks didn't even want to talk about the lost books of the Bible. Now it's everywhere. They stealing our stuff. They stealing. Interesting. Capital letters. Excuse me. You said protect. Okay. Wow. What you got? If you could use one word to describe just everything that we talked about today, we wasn't even supposed to stay on TikTok. We were supposed to be on, what's the name? Mind blown. It's supposed to be one word. One. Diabolical. Interesting. He said, I trust no one except for my Father. Yahuwah, the only one that has been here for me. Oh, everything never left me. That part. Astounding. Interesting. Fascinating. Revelation. Okay. Informative. Knowledge. Indescribable. Done. Enlightening. Okay. Dad. Wisdom. Okay. The heart part of it, girl. Okay. Amazed. Interesting. Well, I'm not going to keep y'all. Because I'm sure unraveling. You said watched. Uh-oh. For sure. Okay. I'm not going to keep y'all. But I felt like y'all would love this. Also, last thing. Stuck. The hard part is crazy. It is. Who remembers when we first got over here? I used to say don't be deceived by the alien stuff because angels and demons are intergalactic or interdimensional beings. And the Bible told us that they've been walking around here the whole time. And it never says if it's a good one or a bad one. But we already been interacting with them. They trying to tell us they just now showing up. But the Bible told us a long time ago that they were here. And I asked the question, well, how do we not know? because they got to look like us, right? In order for us to not know, and they told us in Men in Black too, that you won't even know you're interacting with the interdimensional being unless God allows you to know, right? Right? Okay. So did y'all see on page 339? I believe in my heart the reason why they read this Acts of John by Pacorus is because then we would understand what's happening right now. Because it says here at chapter 157 on page 339, John cast out the demons disguised as human beings. Did you hear what it said? If you read to page 341, you saw this. John cast out the demons disguised as human beings. Now we know why they didn't tell us no stories about John being on the Isle of Patmos. We know he was there. We know he got revelation. And that's right. Uh-oh. You said yes. That part had me talking back to the book in the middle of the night. Girl. Good. I figured once y'all saw all of those pieces after he traveled to all of them places. That's why I said it's a lot of reading, but I need you to get through it. You said what? Man, I got to get these books. You want to screenshot it, sister? Here. But you can read it on We Live, sister, right now. It's the New Testament Apocrypha, Volume 3. The New Testament Apocrypha, Volume 3. You said, I was like, now hold on now. So the magician did the same thing to Peter in that story in the other Bible. I think it was Peter. Right. You know, I ran and grabbed it because I was like, wait a minute, I read this before. Because the stories are connected. Remember when I told you I had all the books on the floor and Emu was like, Mama, you need to clean up? That's why. Because I had to come in here and say, I said, I read this. I read this somewhere else. It's in the Acts of the 12 apostles or whatever, or and in the Acts of Peter and somebody and Andrew. Okay, Acts of Peter and Andrew, and this is about Andrew and John and all of them right there together. Yeah, the stories is piecing. That's how I had the Nag Hammadi, I had to come in here and get the lost books. I was like, I read this somewhere. This very part of this story, but it happened another place. I read it. Yeah. At the bottom, I think it says something about the Acts of Peter. In one of them, We Live, WELIB as in boy. I think it's .org. Me too. So in the Bible and in the movies, when we see that a spirit was sent, it's just a digital monster. Because when someone conjures a demon, right, and then sends them to attack a person or do something, it's a digital monster. You said I had my little night reading, like just going down the rabbit hole. I'm trying to tell you. It's real good, ain't it? Make your toes wiggle. You be trying to go to sleep. You be like, go to sleep. I can't. I cannot. I need to just read 2 more lines. And then 2 more lines, reading light. I got you. Takes you to a whole nother place. And before you know it, it's another 2 hours. That's why I didn't get on here till the time I did. Hello. So I'm about to go check on my baby. I love y'all. I'm gonna call y'all back. We got some good stuff today. High five. See what a day off give me? I can go looking. I can go looking. Not that I can't go looking every day, but and I still got some more stuff I want to go over. We gonna read what happened when he sent the demons and stuff like that. But I gotta go check on my baby. It was about 5 a.m. when I went to bed. Find a girl. I know how to go. Thank you. Thank you. She said, I hope it's not a false alarm. I said, I don't think it is. So I'm gonna go call her now. I love y'all. You said later, family. This class is great. Thank you, Pumpkin. You said, baby. Yes. Go on and look around. You said later, since I love you too. Love y'all too. Listen, I hope and pray. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I can't wait to see him, my smoky face. I cannot wait. I love y'all. Thank you. So happy for the new. Me too. Me too. Listen. I'm glad you found us too. Listen. You said, thank you, Dean CERCA TROVA, the Thugnificent. Listen, I love y'all. I'll see y'all. I'll probably be back on. And if not, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Y'all got a whole bunch of homework anyway. So, I see y'all. Thank you, T. Kay says he loves you too. Oh, Deacon K. Titi love you. Dean love you. See y'all later. Listen.